Hello fellow simmers, it's Sammy Beeman of BLS here and welcome to another Train Simulator Classic video. Today we're going to be showcasing a product which has recently been released on British Locomotive Studios. This pack is the HNRC Class 20s Reskin pack by James Hoyle, Matthew Wilson and Jason Goldsmith of Golden Goldsmith Studios. So this pack has been something that has been worked on for quite some time. And it is a long-awaited pack by Train Sim community in general, and it's great to finally see it's been released. So this was a pack that was kind of put to a sideline for quite some time, and obviously recently we had acquired it with permission by the developers to release it via British Locomotive Studios. And it comes with 3 reskins for the Just Trains Class 20. The main two being 2118 Saltburn by the Sea and 2132 Barrow Hill Depot. But it also includes a bonus reskin, sort of extra stock if you like, of a 20/3 in Harry Needle Railway's orange livery, in sort of a clean orange livery, which is a little bit better than the default Just Trains one, which looked a bit faded, and yeah, it basically makes it a little bit more up to date. We will come on to that and showing you around that reskin in a bit, but I think first of all we're going to take a little look around 118 and 132. So without further ado, let's get started. So as you can see here, we've got the lovely 2118 with the discs and high intensity headlight. The high intensity light and 3D objects were made by Matthew Wilson of Vulcan Productions, and he's done an absolutely sterling job on these. As you can see, we've got the lovely 3D Rail Freight logo on the cab side there, as well as custom decals such as the Thornaby depot allocation and the Class 20 data panel, as well as the numbers. We also have the Thornaby Kingfisher on the side of the locomotive here, with the information about the loco, that this locomotive 2118 has been adopted by the East Cleveland Young I can't even read that, something club. Apologies guys, I'm not reading that. But yeah, so we've got that there, and we've also got the lovely 3D nameplates of Saltburn by the Sea there, along with the little arrow pointing downwards. Why that little arrow's there, I do not know, but it is actually present in real life. That is not a mistake. So yeah, there it is, that's just how it is. We've got some white springs and yellow Timken caps. So I just want to put this out there that this pack is based on the HNRC era of locomotives, so it's not based on the LSL ones. These were based when they were in Harry Needle ownership. So just going to put that out there. And yeah, the reskins are done very, very nicely. I can't lie, they do look incredibly smart. The pack also comes with 2 scenarios for the Just Trains Midland Mainline and Barrow Hill extension by Golden Goldsmith Studios, who've done an absolutely fantastic job on the scenarios. They are brilliant. I was going to show you guys the scenario on this video, but I've honestly just ran out of time and I can't do it right now. I will perhaps do another video on the scenarios on another occasion, because I do think that they deserve a showcase at the very least. But for the time being, I just don't have the time to do it. So yeah. Another thing that is interesting addition to these Class 20s is the cab steps. So you'll see here that these new cab steps have been modelled by Matthew Wilson. So originally the Just Trains Class 20 for some reason didn't include the cab steps on the bogies. So this is something that has now been added by Matt Wilson, and it's just great to see that it is now actually on the loco, and it makes it look more authentic, basically. But yeah, so heading over to 2132, it's basically exactly the same. We have the lovely Rail Freight livery. We have the cab steps there. Obviously the major difference is the fact that it has a Domino's head code rather than the discs, and it also has a decal Rail Freight logo instead of an actual plate. And also the data panel is also slightly different to opposed to 2118. Heading over here we have the Barrow Hill Depot nameplate, which looks again very smart, very well done, and very well modelled. The livery itself is, as I say, exactly the same as Saltburn by the Sea, but the only difference being the white band above the cant line, which is appropriate and realistic to the real life prototype. We also have the high intensity headlights on both the noses as well, represented well there as well as the grease on the buffers and other little bits and pieces that people can look at and kind of admire. So yeah, so that is 20, 118 and 132. We're going to load these two up in a scenario shortly, like a quick drive scenario, just to go through some of the features of these particular locos, as they do have some new scripts applied, separately manually operatable marker lights and headlights, etc., which I will show off in a bit. So now we've had a look round those, we're going to head over to the Harry Needle Railway Class 20, which is basically the extra skin that comes with the pack. Once again, this is just basically the Harry Needle Orange, just made to look cleaner, and it also has the cab steps applied to it as well. So yeah, and that's basically all I can really say about it. It's exactly the same as the JT Harry Needle Railway livery, only difference being the colouring and the addition of the cab steps. So without further ado, I think now that we've had a look round the reskins themselves, I shall load them into a scenario and we can show off some of the features that are included with these skins. So, requirements. Yes, an important one. So, first of all, you require the Just Trains Class 20 Advanced Locomotive Pack, which is fairly obvious for the Class 20 in general. The BRT Class 20 reskins from DP Simulations by Richard Fletcher. So, yeah, I just want to say a special thank you to Richard Fletcher for allowing James Hoyle and Matthew Wilson to use his BRT reskins as a base for these. And basically, you also require the Armstrong Powerhouse Class 20 Sound Pack Pro, which is now discontinued. I know some of you are sat there thinking, oh, for God's sake, oh, but I don't have it. Oh. Yeah, unfortunately, guys, this is one of the issues that AP have done here with removal of the sound packs without any decent replacements. This is the best we have, so we want to get the very best out of Class 20 reskins. So, you know, the best in the means of sound upgrades and enhancements is the Class 20 Sound Pack Pro, unfortunately. So it is unfortunately what it's using. It may work without, it's not been tested, but as far as we know, it does require the AP sound pack. So do apologise, guys, if that is a bit annoying to you, but it's just how it is. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's have a little look at the features of these particular Class 20s. So unlike the default Class 20s, these have been upgraded in a sense with new scripting. So if we press the M key, it operates the marker lights. If we press the H key, it operates the headlight. So the headlights and marker lights are separately operatable manually, which is just very nice. I love it. So you can either have just the headlight or just the markers, or you can have both. There is also a headboard that is included with this pack, and that is operational by the F7 and F8 keys. So it's F7 for the cab end, and it plonks a headboard on the front. This is the Train Sim TV on Tour headboard, which was made especially for TSTV, as I believe these 20s have featured on one of their Twitch streams previously. This was obviously when these were first announced that they were being worked on. So yeah, so you can either have it on the left hand lamp bracket or the right hand side lamp bracket, either or. You can't have it on the cab lamp brackets though, like the ones below the windows for some reason. I don't know why that is, but yeah, you just can't. So F8 operates the nose end headboards. So what we're going to do is we're just going to briefly uncouple these, and I'm going to show you the F8 There we go. So as you can see, we have the headboard, which is also placeable on the nose end on all of the lamp brackets. Let's just couple those two up. Okay, it's moved. That's a bit annoying. We'll couple those back up in a minute. So this is the cab interior. This is a reskin by Richard Fletcher. It's using the cab from the BRT one, so it gives it a grey cab instead of the default BR green cab view that all of the 20s have from the JT pack. So yeah, so what we're going to do is we're just going to pick up that 20 behind us, because that's going to drive me mad. So we'll just reverse and couple back up to that. Couple them together again. There we go. Couple together again anyway. It moved slightly. Okay. Put our loco brake on. There we go. So, yeah, that is basically the features of the 20s. Apart from that, that is that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have a brief drive down the ATS Peterborough Cambridge route towards Ely with some First Great Western coaching stock, which is once again very nice. I might actually do some scenarios for the ATS route, because I know that these were responsible for transporting the old Mark III coaches to and from Papworth sidings and the scrap. So yeah, could be interesting to make some scenarios about those times. Anyhow, without further ado, we're going to show off how the sounds are implemented. So originally the sounds didn't work 100%. That was one of the issues to why this pack was delayed for so long. But thanks to BLS staff member Daniel Wyatt, the sounds have been fixed, along with a little help from Lewis Brown as well. So well done, guys, for helping sort out the sounds for these 20s, because for some reason the AP sound implementation went a bit wrong at first. But hey, now it works and it is all good and good to go. So let's get ourselves moving. So first of all, we want to put ourselves into forward gear. Quick toot on the horn, apply a little bit of power and release our brake. And now we can head down towards Ely. So I also want to point out that 2132 also has the same features as 2118, in a sense that you can also add and remove the headboard on it, and you can also operate the dominoes markers via M and the headlight via H. So same as 2118 basically in the means of scripting. We'll just give it some welly quickly. Oh, who doesn't love a 20? Glorious sound. So the route itself is available on Alan Thompson's simulation. I'll make sure I'll link it in the description of the video in case you guys are interested in what route I'm driving on. But yeah, so the Harrow Needle Railways Class 20s are now available from BLS. And yeah, go ahead and pick them up. It is a lovely pack. There's lots of features, and it's just really nice to see that the JT20s are getting some love finally. Now we'll stick the instrument lights on. There we go. So we'll soon be coming up to that 75 limit, and we can open the locos up. Like so. Let's give it some. sound, isn't it? How many miles have we got to Ely? 30. So we're probably not going to go all the way to Ely because, you know, we'll just drag the video out. But as I say, if you guys are interested in getting hold of these Class 20s, head over to the BLS website. They are available now and ready for download. I will do an additional video on these at some point later on regarding the Golden Goldsmith Studio scenarios that are included with this pack, just to show you around them and basically just show you what they're all about, really. But for the meantime, enjoy your Class 20s. I think James, Matt and Jason have done an absolutely fabulous job on these.